And boom, boom, bam. I think we're live. There it is.
Well, we're live. We just don't know what we're doing. There we go.
Now all I got to do is find chat.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Good
Well,
old.
we're gonna have fun anyhow. What's up,
All
Antoine?
right.
922 is out there.
We got 922, Antoine Head. We got Troy from Real and Virtual.
Hey, what's up, Troy?
Hey, Troy, I was already live for, I don't know, we was live almost 4 hours watching that MRM weigh in. So then I had to get stuff done and then do this.
What's up, Crappy Day? Yep.
What's up, Crappy Day?
So I'm sure most people out there know RCT had a team in there today, and
Yep.
they did pretty good for themselves. Proud of them.
Yeah, congratulations, Creo,
Apps.
Andrew, and Danny Stone. Boys made it past day one. They made it in the top 25. Today, I believe, what's up, Rowdy? I
We got
believe they came in 25th, but next week we'll confirm.
That's right. That's right.
But they made it in the top 25.
Hey,
Congratulations to them. From the looks of the weigh-in today, looks like it was a rough day on the river for most.
it sure did. And that kind of makes sense with the amount of anglers, and not only anglers, but the amount of experienced and knowledgeable anglers. They got that river got hit hard yesterday, so it kind of makes sense that we'd be a tough day the second day. Bob and Doreen's out there, but yes, but
Yep.
for anybody that was watching it live, the winners are known by most people out there.
What's up, H. Lee?
H. Lee was over there watching it all day. Jeff Beals out there. What's up?
And you
Oh,
guys
this.
know they know how it goes on Sundays. It's just we just do whatever, hang out, talk.
That's right. That's right. We can answer questions. YouTube for the win. That's right. H. Lee was watching this afternoon over there. I saw that crap of the day. Parker Pursuits. Boys did damn good. Proud of them. Yeah, I tell you what, with the amount of anglers and the great anglers, world champion anglers, catfish anglers that were fishing today, to get to the second round, just getting out of day one is an accomplishment.
Yeah. What's up, Parker? I mean, yeah, that was a good job by them. They represented well, and then I mean we had the live thanks to Dave from Your Saltwater Guide. We was he was streaming across all platforms, so not just YouTube. Thanks to him for doing that. That helps a whole lot. There's a lot of people watching. What's up, Joshua?
I certainly
No.
hope so. I certainly hope so, Joshua. Hey, there's fishing and cooking with Mike Chavez. How's it going? Oh,
What's up, Mike Chavez?
this chat goes the other direction too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
That's why I'm
crazy,
getting
man.
behind. There it goes. You saw what 922 said about us before, right? He called us. He said we're rookies now, even though
Yeah,
we've been doing this for a few years. Lance 922 out there calling us rookies.
right.
Fishing with Jeff Beal said I had him on TV.
Awesome. But yeah, that with Captain Dave from Your Saltwater Guide, uh, that that was really awesome of him doing having V up there and having her on panel live at the weigh-in. Like I said, there's all kinds of people watching.
Yeah,
That
I've
just
got to.
brings that just brings awareness to the fishing industry as a whole.
Hmm. But Lance, I'm sure you have experienced this or know this that catfishing is very similar to saltwater fishing. There's a lot of crossover similarities there for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got catfishing, you bottom fish
Yeah, and
from the bank, from the
yeah, and
boat.
even things like
Same thing
bump.
with
Go ahead.
yeah. You
I was gonna
got you
say,
got bumping and you got the slow, as they call it in the saltwater industry, slow trolling, which
so
is pretty much what you're doing when you're dragging baits
and you bump.
and
Yep,
you're using
yep,
the planer board.
yep. So I mean,
What's
there's a
up,
lot of
215?
similarities, and same thing with the different baits, and some baits work better than others because they're it's a natural food source for them, and but then at the same time you can sometimes a strip of bacon even in salt water will catch fish. Figure we might as well start some controversy.
Some bacon. I knew somebody that used bacon for walleye.
Yeah. Well, you remember back in the day, Lance? What was it? The Uncle Josh pork rinds? Tip
Yep.
the tip the jigs. Well, it's the same. It's basically the same thing, except bacon tastes
Oh
better
yeah.
than the. But yeah, I remember using them. I used to trim them down and use them as a trailer on like Mep spinners.
Really?
Yeah, it worked great.
I used to just eat the pork rinds. Never wasted those for bait.
That doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me.
What's up, Ding?
That's right. If you can fish the river, you can fish the bay. Hey, Dink over Stink out there. What's up, my friend?
So yeah, I mean that brought a lot of awareness to the fishing industry. I mean, look what happened in California. I can't remember the name of the lake, but they turned off the aerators and killed every single fish in that lake
Yeah, that's a shame.
in Southern California, I believe it was.
Yep.
And that's just because people don't want us fishing at all. They want to do away with fishing. They want to do away with the hunting and all that, which is
Yep.
crazy because if you don't have fishing and you don't have hunting, you can't control the population of the fish. You can't control the population of the animals in the
And
woods.
let's face it, it's expensive to live nowadays. So there's
Yeah,
quite a few people. Look at I know just about all of us out there. We supplement that freezer with some meat that we caught ourselves, and so there'd be a lot of people that would put a pinch on a lot of people just to provide meat for themselves for the year.
right. I mean, that's why I fish year round, even during the winter, even though it's below zero sometimes.
I was
But
going to
man, I
say,
can't. That freshwater cod, that burbot that's a good eating fish.
well, Lance, I'm going to make the trip out there one day because that's on my list. It's on my list. I don't know. I've always just been fascinated by it. It's not the biggest fish out there. It's not but it's just
Nope.
it's one of the coolest fish out there, I think.
And they do once they get to a certain size, man, they do fight. I mean,
Yeah.
the one I caught a couple years ago, uh, I think it was on Steve Adams live. I caught that one. It was almost 10 pounds and he was ripping drag.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I mean, they hit, sometimes they hit hard as can be. And sometimes they just suck the bait in like a flathead would and just sit there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten hooks back after cleaning the fish. So, and that's circle hook, but they swallow 'em because they'll just grab grab the bait, sit there, and you won't even see the rod tip barely move.
And they have a pretty wide mouth, right? Don't they have a pretty
Yeah,
good
like they got a wide mouth like a flathead does.
so I thought.
If you catch them just right, you're hooking them. But you, there's been a few times I've had to get my hook back from after cleaning the fish. So yeah, V did an awesome job. Yesterday it was just over 4 hours long, and she stood there 99% of the time. I think she took a 20-minute break, 20 or 30 minute break, just to get something to eat and drink. By the end of it, her back was hurting.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's that. Believe it or not, Lance, I think I said it in chat or whatever during the thing. That is something I would love to do one day. Actually, live host something like that. That's a
Yeah,
lot of. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
would be that'd be pretty interesting.
I did the live hosted the catfish cook off there for a couple of years, and it's once you start doing stuff like that, it's like, man, that was awesome.
We
Be cool to
gotta,
have. Go ahead.
man. I'm gonna put it out there. What we need to do, even Captain Dave said we need to do it. We need to live stream across all platforms, even including doing podcasts. That's when you really get we'll really get the name out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to talk to him because that is this our style of how we do things, the horizontal. Those of us that do this, we love this platform, but
Yeah,
you know, the other everything is about the cell phone now. So
yeah.
it's vertical. All the stuff is vertical. Excuse me. So when the
But
other
I mean,
companies do that, TikTok, YouTube's going to try to combat against them. So that's where they promote. That's where they push a lot. The algorithm is set way
right.
more, I think, for that. And it makes sense though because it's you get so many more people interacting.
Yep.
Even if you're just flipping through it or there's so many more people that are going through those shorts and the lives like that it gives you more interaction. So YouTube puts it out more and then it gets more interaction, and that's how you see some of the channels that are doing the vertical the vertical live stream, and it does reach more people for sure.
Yeah, it does. Uh, what's up, Greg Burgess? How you doing,
What's
brother?
up, Greg? Greg B, be proud of the RCT, the Creole boys out there in the top 25. Speaking of that,
What's up, Tank?
on the way home, he says.
They ain't staying. They headed to the house.
I think so. That's what it says. It says he's on the way home.
Hmm.
Oh, Andrew said that Tank said that Jeremy's on the phone. So we'll just have to do some ASMR and whisper.
What's up, Eric D?
That's right. Like Eric B says, don't forget to pray. He
Oh yeah.
has or had. I think it still has. I think it's still coming up. The Bullhead tournament. Looking to
Okay.
do some of those fun kind of tournaments, or should I say, there's the Channel Cat one, the now the Bullhead one, some other great ones. So if you're looking into those, check out Eric B. And also you can check him out with hashtag Fish Church. So Lord knows we all need a little more prayer.
Right. So I don't know. Anything you want to talk about specifically, Stan?
We can talk about. I know you and I were talking a little bit about well, we were just talking about before the similarities between like saltwater fishing and freshwater fishing, and there we were talking about the Hawaii rig that you used to use.
Yeah. I'm actually going to use it this next day off. I get, which is Wednesday morning, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll go up and fish the Fox River. I ain't been fishing live. I'll let everybody that's catfishing right now while it's nice and warm and everything, let them go do their live.
There you go.
And during the winter, that's when I'll go live because everybody will be in the house. But
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I run it's a rig, that rig, what I brought it to the catfishing community probably about 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
that
A
video
little
is still
after I
on your
found,
that video is still on your
a little
page, right?
after, yeah, I got a video on my channel. So what the what the Hawaiian rig is, which is nice, you ain't got to worry about your bait getting slung off the hook. So you got your
Woo.
main line, you tie the stop ring with the barrel swivel onto your main line. Then here, where that stop ring is, you tie
Mm-hmm.
on your sinker line. Now I run my sinker line four, about 4 foot, 3 or 4 foot. Nice thing is, like I said, all you got to cast out is just the sinker. After you get the line tight and everything, you got two styles of the slide rig. That's the that's the slide rig right here. You got a pigtail. It's like a corkscrew, and you twist that onto your main line, and you just slide your bait down. You tie your let me see where that barrel swivel is. You'll tie your hook, your leader line to. You just slide that down, and you ain't gotta worry. I make my hook, my leader line for the slide rig about 3 or 4 inches. What's up, Creek? What's up, Matt Ryan?
And I saw there where Eric B said that JV won the Bullhead tournament last night. So congrats to him. And he's got a carp tournament coming up on August 2nd. Well, that's cool.
And see, this slide rig, when I was using it in Hawaii when I was younger, uh, everybody in the catfish community talking about big baits. They slide down little carp heads, 2 pound, 1 pound, 1 pound carp head, uh, hand sized bluegill. The biggest bait I ever slid on my slide rigs was about 5 or 6 pound redfish, and we was using a 20-aught circle hook. So you want to talk about big bait? I'm looking for a 6 pound, 5 or 6 pound large or smallmouth.
Yeah.
But Richard Clark actually did use. He bought some. He went online and got them from the
Uh-huh.
tackle shop in my hometown in Hawaii, and he used them in the Mississippi. And he's caught some nice. He caught a nice blue on the slide rig, I believe.
I wouldn't doubt it. It seems like it's almost like it's made for that.
What's up, Brent? Yeah, Jerry Hager. I mean, it's
I,
good. It's good for like if you're fishing around brush and stuff, especially if you're fishing from the bank. And the taller your rod is, the easier, the better angle you got.
for it sliding,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Now for the 7'6" rods that most of us do use,
Uh-huh.
all I do is just hold the rod up while I'm sliding the bait down, so you get that better angle. But like I said, for like cut bait and stuff, I use they got the weighted slide rig. It's the same thing. It's just got an egg sinker in the middle, and you tie your leader on there.
I will be right back. 10 seconds, Lance. I'll be right back.
Yep. Matt, what'd you think about that catfishing tournament? You too, Brent. What'd you think? You saltwater guys. What'd you think about that catfishing tournament? Brent, it's easy. It's easy to be up there when you ain't got to do nothing. Yeah, that we made it down there last year to Vicksburg, and that was pretty awesome. Awesome being there, seeing all that live.
I am back.
But uh September, I believe it's September 13th, we got a team in the Memphis MRM tournament, which is just the 1 day tournament on the 13th. We got Randy, we got Randy Bible, we got Cody, and we got Flathead Mike, I believe, is fishing that one. What's up, Big Mike? And that's a 1 day tournament at the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. We're gonna try. That's only 7.5 hours from us. So I told Audra we're gonna make that one.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, it's 7.5 hours, so that'll be
Maybe,
awesome. I ain't make that one last year, but we're gonna try and make it this year.
maybe we need to try to do a River Cats tackle team in the King of the James River.
That'd be interesting.
I could think of now we got an East Coast, we got an East Coast division here with RCT. I think what was it before? It was pretty much Randy,
Well, is
right?
that
And
Randy?
Flathead Mike.
Yeah.
Well, Flathead Mike, no, he just started too, right?
Yep. He started with Randy and Lisa,
Yeah. And
Chris and V. So
yeah, pretty much same time, right about same time with me. But yeah,
yeah.
so now we've got the East Coast is building. Maybe have to do a RCT tournament, East versus Central or West. Big Mike said recovering from last night.
Yeah, I seen you was live, Mike, but I had to get to bed, man. I had to get up early for work, just like tomorrow. I wake up at 3:30, start work at 5. And I only work 5 hours, so 5 days a week.
And let's
But
see. But
yeah,
if any,
there's another rig I use too. This is just example. All it is a float rig. Get a weighted float.
mm-hmm,
You get you a snap swivel,
mm-hmm,
and this one you you have the hook, the leader tied on. You just toss that out there, and your float stays up, keeps your hook from going
and the
touching the bottom.
and the sinker is up above the
It's a
float,
weighted
right?
float, so
Oh, all right.
yeah. I mean, it just
Yeah.
usually lays there flat on top,
Huh.
and I run about well, it depends where I'm fishing. I run about a 3 foot leader on that. The longest leaders I run is when I salmon fish. I run about 5 or 6 foot leader.
Better chance of getting them to bite it, right?
Yeah.
Brent said, first they said Tank's going to be tired. He says, I bet all going to be beat. Tell John to rest that back. Absolutely. Yeah, even if you weren't fishing it, I tell you what, going to like CatCon or being at a booth like that for day, 2 days,
Yeah.
let's face it. Let's face it. You're sitting there talking about products you believe in, and you're meeting people, and you're all excited. So you're fired up, and then man, you get done with it. You're like, oh my lord! Even if you're
Oh
sitting there,
man. The first CatCon, when we first met everybody at John and Miss Stephanie and all that, we all got there that Friday. Friday, well, we got there Friday morning at the convention center. Everybody else showed up about 1:30 in the afternoon. And man, we rushed and set everything up. We was wore out.
absolutely. And it's Big Mike said he caught 3 last night, 3 the night before. Yeah, I think
No,
this. It's they'll start moving back out a little bit more, but I know a lot of the but the way that Mike casts, he can it doesn't matter. He's fishing out where the boats are fishing anyhow. So.
right? Well, with the new RCT rods, the acid wrap rod,
Oh yeah,
uh, yeah, you can get out there quite a good distance too. I can empty a reel. That's about depending which reel it is. I've emptied my jigger when I first got the reels. the rods, the two I got, uh, I went and tested them out at the park. I
Hmm.
emptied out the jigger. That's two. Let's see. I'm gonna say about 200 yards, and I was casting into a 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Wow.
Dude, it makes a big difference. One, the way that rod is designed, and two, the jigger. That's a true open face. It don't have a level line,
No.
so you're wide open. And that was with a 5 ounce sinker. What at the gathering, John outcasted what a 13 or 14-foot rod with the RCT rods,
Yep. Yep.
and it's how you cast. It's your technique.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not only the rod, how much weight you're using, does the rod handle the weight right, and as far as back loading, and do you have
Yeah.
the reel, do you have the reel set right?
Yep.
That's why if anybody is ever, if you're going to try something new, like you're going from say a spinning reel to a bait casting reel, go to the park football field or something like that and just practice it there.
Oh, I always hit. We got a big baseball, soccer field over here, whatever. It's just a big park for sports. I go every time I reline, put new line on the reels.
Hmm.
I go there and I cast.
And it's a good idea to use the weight that you normally would fish with. So if you're normally using 2 ounces and or 3 ounces and another, nice regular sized chunk of bait, then maybe use a 5 or a 6 ounce. So it helps you get
Yeah.
it set better. But Lance, you showed your rig. I got something here.
What's
To
up, Catfish Cowboy?
What's up, Dustin? I've got something here with a lot of these tournaments, and for most of the online tournaments and stuff we do, you've got to weigh the fish. So,
Yep.
and we're seeing a lot of small fish being weighed because some of the tournaments are, that's what they are. So you're weighing them to see if it made a pound or 2 pounds or whatever. So here's a free weigh, and when you're sitting there and it's got that fish, and you're trying to get you're trying to get it clipped on, or you see people putting it up between in the gill plate and stuff. Cheapest way, just grab a Walmart bag. It weighs nothing. You just put that on the scale and you throw, and I mean, you'd be surprised. I'm pulling on that pretty hard. Like last, it'll last pretty good, but that's free. That was nothing. And then if you are going to do it, they also have a bag at Walmart. One of the reusable bags. It was 86 cents. I can't find mine now, but it's about that size. But it'd be a
Mm-hmm.
reusable Walmart bag. Same thing. You just put the fish in there. And then I was looking, check out what else I found. And this one was $2. But look at the size of this.
Yeah.
$2. And I guarantee you could weigh just about anything in there. So I don't know. That was it's much better. The quicker you can get the fish weighed, the better it is for the fish, and the least amount of contact you have with the jaw area, the gill area, the least amount of contact with that, it's better for the fish. So that's just a couple of quick little things, and you could have small, medium, large. There you go, and uh,
Right.
that total there for all of those bags were $3.64.
Catfish Cowboy wants to know how RCT team did today. I believe they came in 25th, Dustin. Not
Yeah.
too sure, but I believe so. I mean, it was the top 25.
I,
That was the goal, to make the top 25.
you know, like I said, just getting past the first day in an event like that where you've got, you know, the who's who of catfishing is there. I wonder if they put together, like, I wonder if somebody tried to come up with, can you imagine
How's it going, Nick?
the amount of years of experience out there? You're just lucky, Nikki. You're just lucky. Yeah,
Yeah, I
there you
mean,
go.
look, I mean, yeah, all the guys that were there, Steve Douglas, Bill Dance,
There's
Ray
well,
Ray
what do you?
Ferguson, Lonnie and Donnie.
Oh, Ray Ferguson. Well, crap, that's like 100 years experience right there, as old as he is. But
I mean,
oh
yeah,
man,
man.
I cracked myself up. Nobody else may laugh, but I laugh anyhow.
Oh, they,
Hey, fellas,
Lord, Lord
Who
have mercy.
I
man.
think I
Hey, look, I only come outside for a short break and thank uh those right for- but it was good.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
you
yeah.
you're in and out, in and out. We mostly hear you. You might have to bring it a little closer.
You gotta go sit under the gears, John.
I ain't going down there.
There you go. There you go. That
Right
came
there.
across loud and clear.
But yeah, we done good. Proud of the guys that done the fish the tournament. Proud of everybody that's part of RCT, including our saltwater friends that's with us now. But
Absolutely.
Yeah.
so I figured I'd get in here for a few minutes, holler at y'all. But I gotta get back in there because if not, that woman gonna whoop me up.
She'll fire you again. You know that.
Fire me.
That's fi-
Yeah, we can't have
that's
that.
gonna be beyond fired.
All right, brothers. We'll talk. We'll talk later.
All
All
right.
right.
Safe travels, brother. So, there you
Yeah,
go,
definitely
Benoit.
smoke break.
Yeah, Benoit showing the RCT support there. Thank you, thank you.
What's up, Benoit ladies? Yeah, so
Oh, Tishy, what'd you do? But seeing that out there, just I know I'm sure people have noticed that I've been
man, I don't need a wig with gray hair. I got enough of it. Can't you tell?
I don't have any gray. If I cover it like that,
I've
but
had man, I've had gray hair since I was 13.
y'all got to remember that Stan 3 is my son, so I'm lucky I have any hair left at all, even. But a lot of people, I'm sure, have noticed that I've been missing some Friday nights and Sundays now, even Stand Day today, and it's just been one thing after another. Most importantly, though, my mother's been in and out of the hospital. This past Friday, at about a minute to 8, I had to rush my wife to the hospital, so she's still in there. But so thank you for all the prayers. They definitely have helped, and well, very very much appreciated. But so she's still they're still doing some tests and stuff, but all the vitals are good, and so everything's looking good there. But that's pretty much
That's
it
a
in a
good
nutshell.
thing.
So if you don't see me at one of my normal times, or you're not seeing much of me, if something does seriously go wrong, I will put a notice out there. But it's just dealing with all that. It's you never know when it's coming up, and of course, it seems to have been. I'm going to have to start avoiding Fridays because it's been like every Friday for the past month and change. And
Yeah,
thank you, man. And you know, so
man.
and big shout out to Nikki and Dustin. They're offering knowing that how close we are here, they were the kind words and offers were greatly appreciated. What's up,
What's up,
Johnny?
Johnny? Matt, now they break down the booth, put everything in the trailer, and I believe they're leaving out everybody's. I think they're heading home tomorrow.
Except
I
for I
know they
think
want to bring. I think they got to bring Spyron to Jackson to the airport so he can fly back east, and everybody else will be leaving out tomorrow, I believe, and then do it all again in
uh,
September.
I wonder how far away that airport is. I never even thought about that. Hmm. Things to think of for next year. Thank you, Brent. Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
That
Thank
is,
you, Benoit.
I think Jackson. Well, if Creech is in here, he would know. I think it's like an hour and a half, maybe, from Vicksburg. If I
That's
had to
not
guess.
bad. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Uh, all right, there you go. Catfish Cowboy says me and Nikki will be in the Potomac River area next weekend.
Wow.
Well, if you need, I happen to have a few friends up there.
Get to fish the Potomac Aquarium.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Man, I would love to fish that river no
I had
matter
a
what.
I had a friend that used to fish up there. What was his name? Brian V. Yeah, yeah, he used to fish, but like I can talk, right? I think I've been fishing 5 times this year. Been a
Man,
rough year. Been a rough year.
I fished Tuesday night and then for a couple hours only right here in Sheboygan just to get out. And then this week I didn't do it, but this past week I didn't do it, but this coming Wednesday I plan on getting up early and heading to the Fox River.
Yeah, there you go. The Fox.
And
Isn't
that's
that where?
where yeah,
What?
Mark fishes
All
the
right.
southern fox, just like Guerrero.
I thought that was Mark.
Guerrero fishes all over too, though.
That's right, my buddy Guerrero.
He's only an hour south of me, 45 minutes.
He looks like he's a lot of fun to fish with.
Oh yeah, we fished with him once or twice. And his son, man, his son loves fishing.
Yeah, that's I told him if they lived closer, bring my grandsons, we'd be fishing all the time. My little guys are about. Appreciate it, Johnny. Thank you, thank you. He's taking his wife. Does the Fox River go through Illinois?
Yep, it sure
Yeah,
does.
yep.
It starts
Matt.
way up in Wisconsin and goes all the way down.
Let's see. Fishing Matt Ryan said he's taking his wife fishing on Tuesday. Gonna see if she'll let him go live. There you go.
I know thing I like about the Fox, I still haven't caught one yet, but I'm waiting to hook into a sturgeon, man. They got some
You
big sturgeon in Lake Winnebago.
I'm sorry. What was that? What fish was that you were looking to? You mean like this 222-pound one right here?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell
I'm
anybody the
still,
story? Did I ever tell anybody the story of how we caught that fish?
man, I remember watching that live while I was at work. I watched that whole fight while I was
Well,
at work.
I'm glad you watched the whole thing because I only remember bits and pieces of it. I was passed out through some of it for sure. All right, there you go. Catfish Cowboy says he ordered a bunch of RCT hooks, floats, and swivels. There we go. That's awesome.
Yeah, just remember to use LM10. I heard that Stan guy got a code too.
There you go. There
Don't
you
use
go.
don't use 92210 because
Yeah,
you
no.
get charged double.
That's right. You get charged double and only half the hooks show up. The rest of them go to 922. Oh, $922 fine for the sturgeon. After those great words we just said, he's probably going to double it. Yeah, he's throwing his code in there now. No, but seriously, the big thing with the codes is if you, with River Cats Tackle, there is no, we don't have a competition. We're all part of the same team, and whether it's
Yep.
92210, whichever, it's all the same thing. That's just like John. We like to just like John and Stephanie. We like to do the same thing and just put a great product in people's hands, and
Right.
that discount is just the discount. There's nothing. We don't get any extra this or that. And it's just we have a lot of fun with the discount codes, and a lot of businesses, not just River Cats, but a lot of businesses. The reason they do the different codes is to see who or what advertising works for them. So,
What ain't illegal in that state, man?
yeah, yeah. You see, we can't check here in Virginia. We can't fish or target them. You can't target them here in the Virginia because that's the Atlantic sturgeon. It makes the run up here, and the tidal rivers every year for spawning and
I mean,
stuff. But you're allowed to safely release it, and we never even took it out of the water. We got in the water with it. But yeah, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to fish for them.
exactly 922. No matter what whose code you use, you win. There's so many of them. Can't name them all.
And
You got
I'm
Parker. You got Parker 10, I believe. You got DSO, DOS 10. You got RC 10. There's so many.
That's right. That's right. And we can't forget my partner, my Friday night broadcast brother, JG10.
That's right. You got Swain 10. Oh yeah, you got all kinds of.
uh,
But like here in Wisconsin for bait fishing,
mm-hmm.
we got to use rod and reel. We can't use a cast net. When I first moved to Wisconsin, I had to get rid of what my cast nets cost me $150 a piece, and that was back in 2008.
Yeah. Did you have any Hawaiian the seam nets where you had the two people on each side and just circle around and pull them in?
Not here.
No, not there. I'm saying out in Hawaii. I'm sure they do a lot of that there.
I've seen it done. Never did that. We did. My grandpa had a lot of nets, a lot of lay nets. We'd go lay net and everything. He had some long nets, man. Go out in the boat, and just let it out.
Cast nets.
Uh,
Even, but
Greg,
even
I
here,
believe they came in 25th. Not sure. We'll confirm that next Sunday when we
that
got
was the,
Tank and John back up. And hopefully we can pull Creo up here and Danny.
and I'm doing my best to make it every week right now. There it is. See, you say his name and he shows up. Rock on, JG. A little more cowbell for you. Catfish Cowboy says, where'd it go? He watched the RC team get beat up by Catfish yesterday. got got slapped by Catfish tails.
Don't know if
Pretty.
that's Allison or if that's Gabby, but they said they watched they watched the weigh in with their pet noodle.
That's
Man,
right.
speaking of that,
They're enthusiasts just like you are with that, Lance.
man, speaking of that, well, you've seen all the pictures I posted in the group chat.
Yep, yep.
I finally, Friday, I checked all of them when I got home from work that morning. They all had their first shed, and I fed them that evening. They had their first meal.
Wow.
Couple weeks old. It took them a couple weeks to shed and have their first meal. So I got with because the breeder I bought the female from. He's on it right down the road from me. So we're gonna keep two. I picked the two we wanted, and he's gonna keep two.
There are some pretty wild colorations on them.
Yeah.
But I was I was a pet noodle enthusiast myself. It was stand 3 snake, but we had no power in the winter the one time for like a week. So every night to keep the snake alive, I would sleep with it, and it was like a like 3.5, a little bigger than 3.5 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, kitten! I gotta get my kitten in. 1 second. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
uh, I'm sure this has happened to a lot of people out there. Have you ever not heard yourself when you say something? And then, a couple minutes after that, you hear how you sounded when you said it?
Yeah.
There I am, big bad, 6'3", 400 pounds. Oh, my kitten, I got my kitten in. Oh, boy, oh, boy. I'm a rookie.
Jing. Every time I post those pictures in that group chat, man, he's like off with their heads. I was the same way with snakes. I wasn't scared of them, but it was like, man, who wants a snake? Now I got 8 of them at the moment.
That's what
Got
happens.
Got 8 snakes. Got 3 lizards. Man.
Benoit said Lance sure does have some pretty babies. Thanks for weird rule must have a valid fishing license to own one. Oh my kitten!
Wow.
I can't. It is so quiet here. I don't even remember the last time I heard it this quiet.
Oh, yeah. Is it only? It's only you there now, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember the last time that's ever happened.
Wow.
And what's the first thing I do? I go live with Lance.
Yeah, I talked to Audrey yesterday. Uh, she's still in Florida, but her dad's doing real. He's doing well with his healing up well from his knee surgery. So she was looking at plane tickets to come back home because yeah, August 2nd actually, we're headed to Illinois to a reptile show. That's just a 1 day thing. No, it's a 2 day, I believe, but we're gonna go 1 day and drive down for the day. But she's really enjoying Florida. It's nice and hot down there. 100, 116, nice and humid.
I I know that they were small water charters from down in Florida, and I think it was Tank and a couple other people were trying to determine who had the best weather. It was like 99 degrees, 100% humidity.
That's insane. I mean, the humidity here gets pretty it can get pretty high too. The humidity sucks sometimes. But oh yeah, the other thing. What did I make the other day, Stan? That homemade
Which one?
thermometer.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was. I thought you were going to say all the. Lance always. There's several people on the River Cats tackle page that always get me going, showing me fat boy, like, biscuits and gravy, and Lance has always got some sort of. Lance is
Oh
always putting
no.
in some sort of concoction.
Right now I'm enjoying the canned food, man. I'm eating
Oh, that's why I haven't seen it. Audrey's not there. Oh, now it
I've
makes
been
sense.
I can't cook sardines in the house with her here. She don't like the smell. That's what I had for dinner tonight.
Let's see. Benoit said they're going to melt down there next month. Fishing and dine trying. That's it.
I fished in Florida. My aunt used to own a bait and tackle shop in Jacksonville. So I fished on the east coast of Florida.
There you go. Yeah. We Stan 3 still remembers the trip. He was young then, but we would do that. We'd drive down from New York and drive down to Florida. Of course, you got to do the family thing there. But then we
Yeah.
would fish. We'd fish the saltwater, all the beaches as we're coming up. We'd take a break in Florida like every hour or two. And I think it was Flagler Beach. But anyways, we caught a hammerhead, and he wasn't even a really big one. But as a little kid, he just thought that was the coolest thing. He still remembers that.
Mm-hmm. I know. I know. In Hawaii, we used to catch. I mean, we caught live bait. Right now in Hawaii, from the beginning of
All right.
summer
Uh-huh.
to about the end of September, beginning of October, you can go catch live. You can catch live bait, which is baby redfish. Man, they are. That is some of the best best bait during the summer.
Okay, Trina. Brent R. told me to come on here. Say he's outside doing work. He'll be back. Message passed on. Greg B is
Greg
saying
said it's
his.
112, and now is 101.
Yeah, it's
There
been
you
hot
go.
here. It's been
We don't
hot
get
here
that
in
hot,
Virginia
but
too.
I sleep with my AC on in the room, man. We got a small window unit. I put that thing on 62. I freeze Audra out when she's here.
What are you doing, kitten? Well, come on.
Oh Lord.
You gonna read for me? There you go. Including shark. Oh, that's the coolest thing. Shark fishing. All right. Fishing is the coolest thing. Sharks just happen to be cool too. So.
Yeah, shark is fun, but if you can hook into a big red drum or a big uh pompano or trevally,
We get huge. We get huge black drum here.
yeah. And down in Texas, man, the red, my biggest red is a 50-inch red.
Wow, that's a nice one.
50-inch red fish. I caught that on uh my dad's 12-foot rod right off the oldest pier in Galveston. I casted that thing, man, half a blue crab, casted as far as I could, and the messed up thing is when I got it to the pier, water was way down. I didn't have no pier net. I, I don't know, man. I've never fished off a pier before. But the guy next to me, he had pier
uh,
net, so we dropped it down.
Matt Tank
Oh,
and
oh,
Andrew and I'm sorry, one second. Andrew and Andrew and Jeremy are they're on the road and one's on a
yeah.
call. So that is next week. That is what they're going to do next week. Everybody that was part of it, they're going to come on up and talk all about it. But yeah, that was the whole plan because we knew that they were down there involved with that. So it's just going to be Lance and myself tonight.
Yeah. But
That's what I heard, Greg. I heard that's what I heard. And actually, we've seen that. Speaking of Creel, I think Creel's been known to catch a couple of those S-word fish, and I ain't talking about sturgeon.
man, I've caught bull sharks way up in Texas in the Trinity River, hundreds and hundreds of miles away from the dang Gulf, and catching 6 foot bull shark in the Trinity River. I think they go, "What's up, Jason Cutter?"
The biggest fish I think I saw was that one individual fish? I saw it was 104.
That was yesterday, 104, 105.
Crazy.
Uh, Today, I don't remember what the big fish was.
I don't think it was anywhere close to that.
No,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I was watching it in and out from my wife's hospital room. So
no, it wasn't nowhere near as big as that. But we'll most likely be talking about the tournament next week when John and Andrew are back.
yeah, like I said, we got enough up here on the East Coast up here. We can do a couple of we can have some RCT representation in the tournaments out here. Yeah, 104 pound. That is a beast.
And what's crazy, 104 pound, that's tiny compared to Micah's state record that he broke from the one he
Twice.
made this year. That's crazy, man. He breaks the state record one year, and then the next year breaks his own state record with a bigger
Yeah.
fish. That just shows you put time in, got the patience,
Yeah.
and then he
You know,
wins
but
the him and
yeah,
Spencer and who else was it? Was Spencer?
that's when I was just coming in. I just heard that they won. It was Spencer, River Certified, and Micah Burkhart, and man, that the name is the name is here, but it's not going from here to here.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Johnny Smallpepper said that's a good fisherman, absolutely, but it doesn't necessarily even have to be that big of a fish. If it's the big fish that are in your waters are 10 pound, 50, whatever it is, and you're consistently catching them, just like where Michael Burkhart, you're talking 100 plus. That's what the big ones are there. So regardless of what it is, if it's the big fish that are there and you're consistently catching them, anybody can go
yeah,
catch one good fish, but when you can show fish after fish after fish, and that says a lot. And it doesn't matter what fish it is. That could be bluegill even.
yeah. I man, I know the Fox River up here has got some big fish. Just ain't this year so
Didn't
far. I haven't ain't able to put in the time like I used to.
Lance? Wasn't it was it like 2 years ago? A couple years ago when Mark caught that big flathead. I'm pretty sure that was from the Fox, and
Oh yeah,
he did the ZZ top. He had
yep,
the it was yeah with the red lights in the boat. Yeah, it was 50, that was a 50 or a 60 pounder.
yeah. Oh yeah, Greg. That's for sure. Shark does taste great. I love eating shark.
That was one thing I got asked. Is that bull shark too, huh?
Yep.
Oh, bull shark on that. Yeah, I guess we'd have to ask some of the saltwater guys. I know in some of I was watching Shark Week, of course, this week, and I thought a lot of that was interesting. They said that they actually urinated more in the salt water. I mean, in the fresh water. But I guess just like any of the other fish, as long as it's all on how you handle it once you catch it.
Yeah. The
Johnny
thing with
Smallper
the
said,
shark, man, you gotta. We've always skinned them right away.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Johnny, up here it ain't too bad. The Fox River. I mean, I've been eating fish out of there for what 6 years now. Going on, yeah, 6 years. It's been 6 years. I've been eating fish out of there. I ain't dead yet. But I've also ate fish out of the Trinity River. It was bad back when I was fishing it. It's worse now.
Thresher shark, that is supposed to be absolutely delicious. You see Tree now put that, and that's that's what we've been hearing a lot, and vice versa. From the RCT group that haven't caught a lot of saltwater fish or haven't fished the West Coast, we're saying, man, I'd love to go do that. And then you got the saltwater guys from your Saltwater Guide channel. They're saying, just like Trina said, man, after watching some of these, she wants to come out here to the East Coast and catch some catfish.
Well, look
Yeah.
at
Are you still there?
oh yeah,
Oh,
I heard that part of the fox is not too good, Johnny.
that's what I'd like to talk with, because just like you and I were saying before, Lance, about I'm really amazed, and the more that I do both, like I'm amazed at how much crossover there is between saltwater fishing and the different types of catfish that fishing that we do with the different
Yeah,
techniques and different. You got so many different, depending on the size fish you're going after. Are you going after a bunch of them to catch, just to go out and just catch a bunch, or are they schooling? There's just so many different things. But even with like catfish and say sharks, very similar in how they detect. Very similar in how they detect. Uh,
yeah,
the sense in the water uh, and even with the what do they call it, going tonic, where you turn the shark upside down and it's
yep.
just passed out. It works with catfish too, especially the littler ones. You can hold it
Mhm.
up, hold it regular, and that thing is a flap, and you turn it upside down like that. You can take the hook out. You can do whatever, and there's so many similarities. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, that is. It's just crazy how I mean how easily you can use
And,
both. They're
and
both
like
like you said, they're both similar.
it's like my son was talking about. He loves going down and jigging for flounder. And he's like, man, it's the same thing as like doing a drift, or if like you're bumping, and it's the same, pretty much the same technique.
Yep. Yeah,
I mean,
down in Texas, I used to use my bass rod, put on a small jig head, put on a curly tail, cast out, and just bump it on the bottom three
uh-huh.
times, and that third bump, man, setting the hook.
Yeah. I gotta go. I gotta get down to the shore and fish. I haven't been salt. I didn't go last year either. I don't think it was like 3 years ago. I think last time I was down there, and I've got some. I'm gonna be better prepared this time. Oh God, it must have been 4 or 5 years ago even. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be better prepared this time. I'm gonna bring my J&S rods with me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jason, exactly.
and not only between the different species, but in how we're treated as fishermen
Yeah.
or anglers or whatever you want to call it. It's really similar how there's certain groups. It doesn't matter what you're fishing for.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the things that I was listening when they were talking about some of the regulations that were changing and ever growing, especially off the California coast. And I'm thinking of the regulations here in inland, and same thing. Like with our beautiful fish, our big blue catfish and flatheads, there's a lot of movement to try to eradicate them, and it's like, look at the DNR. You guys put them here 50 years ago.
Right.
50, yeah, 50 years ago here on the James. That's no longer that's not an invasive fish. That's a
No.
non-native. So I don't know, but there's all kinds of it's even with the regulations and the way that we're thought of.
Yeah. Well, it's just like the common carp. Everybody says they're invasive. No, they're not. They're naturalized already. They've been in the water system so long. It's the common carp is no problem.
One,
It's
two,
the dang
yes.
Asian carp.
Yeah, I love all that kind of stuff. That's some of the stuff that I was talking to the nurse that was taking care of that was taking care of my wife last night. I was trying to word that a little differently, but once you got started, you just had to. But anyways, he was into fishing, and we're talking. He lives in Cape Cod, so talking about a lot of striped bass, or they call them rockfish here, but
Yeah.
so a lot of stripers and the saltwater, the actual blues. But that just so it was so funny how we were talking about that last night, and then we're with the saltwater guys and the RCT kind of getting together is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. What's up, QC Brian?
Fish with Matt, right? Yeah, yeah. Matt, that's like we do the same thing with like if we're bumping and stuff. The main time that we just have it in the rod holders is mainly when you're anchored or uh, you're
Bass
anchored or you're
fishing.
you're you're trolling and you got the planer boards out and stuff. But I like to do it's kind of maybe it's part of this saltwater fishing I do, or I used to do a lot of bass fishing and stuff. But I like to do live lining or free lining where it's just you put a if you're going to live line and you say you put a whole bluegill on there and you're just no weight, no nothing, you're just kind of casting it up river up and you're kind of just falling down. Or if you do the same thing with a
Yeah.
chunk bait, just cast it upstream, no weight, no nothing. Because let's face it, if they're chasing after a net, especially on a tough bite, that works really good because that's as close as you can get to natural. That's as close you can get to it being just a natural presentation bait. And a lot of times if it's a tough bite, that little thing right there where there's no extra weight. Plus, then if they're finicky, they'll take the bite, and if they feel the sinker, So I don't know, but there's a lot of different techniques that
I
I
don't
was
care
I was shocked about.
what anybody says. Like early spraying on the fox up here. What I'll do is get about a 3 ounce sinker, tie it down on the bottom, or use a regular, just a 3-way. Just use a 3-way swivel,
Hmm.
tie it short, about a 6-inch leader, and let cast up, cast up river, and just let it bounce down with the current. Just let it go with the current. What's up, Brian?
You say the name and they show up. It's funny, isn't it?
He's like, who's that? You say his name 3 times, he shows up. Oh, Beetlejuice.
That's right. That's Brian B. Beetlejuice. No, I was giving you a lot of compliments, Brian. I said I got a good friend up there on the Potomac. That's Catfish Cowboy and Nicky are going up there next week to the Potomac area, and I said, oh, I got a really good friend. One of the he was one of the best fishermen on the whole Potomac. He was when he used to fish, but yeah, I was complimenting you as I thought it was pretty much a good compliment.
You know, he was pretty much probably watching the whole time.
Oh, absolutely. That's added in the dossier. He's got a little. Everybody in the community, he's got his little dossier on. I'm not sure what he'll bring up about me, but I'm sure he's got it somewhere. Striper fishing, ton of fun. I caught many over 40 inches. This is 40 inches. That's what in pounds? What do you think that is? In the 30s, right?
Man, when it comes to stripers, I have no idea.
Brian B said my name was said. I missed it. I just hope Brian doesn't come and do a doesn't come and do a Will Smith on me. Keep my Uh, yeah, absolutely, Greg. What I used to do in 5 minutes takes an hour and 5 minutes now because you can't see, you can't bend over, bad back, but I'll get it done. That's right. Yeah, I don't understand these people that can't see. I obviously have no problem with reading right now.
Greg, I got that problem already, and I'll be 45 this year. I got scarring on the front of my eyes, hurt my back when I was in my my early 20s, blew my knee out when I was younger. But it's funny when that fishing rod goes off, I can move with no problem.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Brian said he's gonna have to rewind and see what was exactly said.
No, it's not worth it, Brian. It's not. It was complimentary. Honestly, 100% complimentary.
Matt Ryan said since he turned now that he's 40, it's getting harder to tie hooks.
Yeah, you're doing like I'm doing, trying to read the screen right now. And of course, when you can't, you're trying to find. I almost messed that one up. Ooh, don't want to say that live. When you're trying to take the fishing line and put it through the eye of the hook, you're like, your tongue's gonna be out. Blind in one eye.
He said he's blind in one eye, can't see out the other.
That's right.
Man, the nice thing about using the number 4 carp slayer hook for carp fishing is I use 20-pound line, so I can see that all right.
Lance, I got to give you credit. It's amazing how well you do that. Somehow, some way, you will get the size number 4 Hawaiian carp slayer hook from RCT. Somehow, you're bringing it into the conversation every show. That takes a lot of talent to do.
Hey, when you pull in a 30.5-pound common carp out the river.
That's right.
Well, you got anything else to add, Stan?
I'm good unless I'm everybody that was wanting to hear all the play-by-play from the weekend. Spit on it before you. There you go. And that's the worst thing about not being able to see and read chat is because you'll get halfway into it, you'll get halfway into the comment before you realize what it is that you're saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes it don't end out good.
Well,
absolutely. I used to live in one second, Lance. I used to live in the Catskill Mountains up in New York, and that is exactly what we did. 2-pound line, little dry flies, a size like 18.
Antoine, the guys made it in the top 25. Next week, we're going. Andrew and Tank and John will be back next week, so we'll be talking about what they placed in the tournament and everything. We can't say this. They made the top 25.
That's right. Made it to day 2. That's an accomplishment right there. That's congratulations to them. Great job. And River Cats Tackle had a booth there, so there was a lot of fun. Great job to V, who was doing a lot of live, and thank you to Captain Dave there with your Saltwater Guide channel. And they were, I think today alone, he went through 4 or 5 different lives today.
Yeah. And Sunday's supposed to be his day off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that sounded that sounds like what I used to do. I had to slow it down to only 3 or 4 days a week. I had to cut back. And so I said, you saw the booth, awesome. No, that's great, Greg. I love it. That's always something we can talk about. Food or age. There's always something to talk about with that.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and end it. And thanks for everybody coming in. And we shall see you
Absolutely.
guys sometime during the week for sure, Sunday.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good week. Stay